controversy over what Nancy Pelosi knew about the use of waterboarding keeps getting deeper. She claims she was misled. Republicans say prove it or apologize to the CIA. And now Newt Gingrich is calling for her to resign, saying she's third in line to be president. How can a CIA agent feel comfortable about briefing her now?
I agree. I think that I kind of commend Newt for stepping up and saying it. I think many Democrats feel the same way. I don't even think this is, as he noted in his statement, I don't even think this is a political issue. It's more an issue of national security. She's on double deck in terms of becoming the president of the United States of America. If there's not that trust there, and if she stopped at the point, she could have stopped actually, and said, oh, you know, at that meeting on September 4th, 2002, you know, maybe they did bring something up, maybe I forgot. No, she went as far as saying they mislead us all the time in terms of how the CIA goes about business.
Never lies?
Could I politely disagree?
Sure.
We had Colin Powell address the United Nations and give a great deal of information, which turned out in many ways, and he's said that it was one of the worst moments of his life, because in many ways he felt he had been, let me use the word misled, although that may not be his. Some of the people who were misleading him were, not everybody, but some of them were involved with the CIA. We had a president of the United States who may have misled the American people into thinking that there were weapons of mass destruction. The fact that Nancy Pelosi said, I believe that I was misled, she is not the first one, and I think to call for her to have to resign when she has done her job effectively. You name me a person, whether it was Dick Cheney, Donald Rumsfeld, President Bush, or Colin Powell, in their best intent, who had not, to some degree, misled the people.
And if she the lying to Congress, I mean, look, I say, let all the evidence be out there and put her out there and see if she indeed lied to Congress, because that is a violation of the law. And can she do her job moving forward? I think
not. Get off of Nancy for a minute.
Why get off of her?
Because isn't this a Pandora's box of people who have a lot of things going, who had a lot of things going on in that period, including Cheney, Bush, and Rumsfeld?
Why get off of Nancy when you get on everybody else?
No, but she's first of all, fine. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that, because I think the Democrats have a lot of splaining to do.
They do.
As Ricky Ricardo used to say. But, you know, it's opening up the whole thing about torture and what they knew and when they knew it and who ordered it. Who ordered it? Let's concentrate on the top.
And when you have Let's also concentrate on the people who are claiming that the CIA misled us. The main job right now is to keep this nation safe.
Here's what she's not doing it as they have always.
President Obama probably wants her out of there as fast as possible.
Actually, let's not bring Obama in. Let's just talk about Newt Gingrich and Nancy Pelosi. Okay. Nancy Pelosi made a mistake. Yeah. She made a terrible mistake, which they have all made. They all have said, I didn't know this was happening, and it turns out that it was. What I love is that Newt felt comfortable enough in the country to say, you know, she should step down, as we did when we thought that Bush should step down, or whoever should step down. That's part of the dialogue. That's what it's supposed to be.
You know,
it's a great thing for America.
But I just want you have to remember when this happened. It was right after 9/11. It would have been awfully hard to get up then and condemn.
You know something, Barbara? Someone was saying on one of the news shows that when they have these meetings between the CIA and Congress, or whatever, the CIA can take notes, but the others cannot. So it's very iffy what went on in that meeting.
And then, but when you have a government also too, when you have a government also, it just seems like the government gives you things on a need-to-know basis. Also with the torture, the waterboarding, the weapons, or need to not know basis. So I can kind of understand where she could go, I was misled, because they let you know things.
They mislead us often, and to even break that relationship,
no reason for her to lose her job.
Take
her job away because she's not
misleading us.
I don't believe that he necessarily did. Well, I don't believe that he did. Did you believe Hillary Clinton misled us as well?
A lot of people misled a lot of people. Yeah. This happens all the time. And again, she should, if she realizes that she made a mistake, she should say, you know what? Okay. I made a mistake because I thought they didn't tell me, and this is how I feel.
That's only one of the mistakes. Part two is that accusing the CIA. Accusing the CIA of misleading us.
So.
We're giving something away. Now, the real important.
Yes. And because sometimes people lie for different reasons, this movie was really interesting to watch. Tom Cruise's movie Valkyrie just came out on DVD, and everyone in our audience